every medical school should have a discussion on fertility as part of their curriculum. So all medical students should be aware of this and just know the basic statistics and have that discussion. There are longer term goals like optimizing parental leave and improving fertility coverage and benefits that we all, would love to see put into place. But I think the education piece of it is free. It doesn't take that much time, but it can really change people's lives. And so I would, consider us successful if, 5 years from now, every medical school had, just a 30-minute or an hour-long session on fertility, and challenges to fertility as a physician.
I think a lot of schools will say, oh, we talk about fertility because, we talk about it in our OB-GYN block or whatever. And I will just share that we have some data that's not out yet, but on like knowledge about fertility related topics amongst physicians. And that knowledge is poor. And it's not just the two of us. And I've gotten nasty comments actually on my Twitter when I posted about this, like, duh, you're a doctor. You should have known. It's your own fault, stupid. Like I've gotten comments like that. And the thing is, I'm not an OB-GYN. And so I have what I was taught in medical school. And I love my medical school. I'm not at all down on it on my medical school. But the focus in those lectures, and again, you have to remember they're talking to people who are like 22, 23, 24, is very much the patient perspective. Oh yeah, like a 35-year-old woman. I remember this, like, oh, 35-year-old woman. Yeah, that is kind of old. At the time, that's what you're thinking. You're not thinking, I too will be 35 and I may be in this position. So Ariela's point about, from the perspective of physicians, not from like this vague other person who you might treat someday, but that this could be you. And so here's what you need to know as someone who's in this very demanding career, I think is really important.